total 10 different conferences all together there, and we can learn together, and we have a lot of different workshops to choose to participate, to learn something new back to your church. And then here is the Presbyterian Youth Triennial. Do you know this? That is 2 weeks later, July 15 to 20 in Purdue University in Indiana. So right now maybe it's the last 10 days. If you want to help support your young people to go there, please contact with me. We can hurry to join this.
You have the scholarship for that?
Yes. Yes. So consider it. Okay. Then I would like to let you know we have the newspaper, but this newspaper is monthly. Presbyterian Today always provide a lot of resources for us and think about some new idea. Right now there's a lot of our world mission doing this water help to provide clean water for the whole world. Some places they really need it. And I'm planning to go to Laos this coming November, because I'm going to join our Laos church. They are going to provide 5 new clean water system in Laos, small county in Shangguan County. Yeah. So we have some special issue about welcome to Presbyterian Church. This kind of magazine also can provide a lot of resources for you. Okay, so from Reverend Pochua asked me to share with you. Our PCUSA have kind of student and parents loan. This program, you can download this and see if you want to apply for kind of student loan for your children or your church member. You can contact with me. Okay, so now we are going to concentrate on our office, racial, ethnic, and women ministry. In our office, we have a different area from African American, Asian American, Hispanic, Latino, and right now it's Portuguese ministry, and then the Native American, Korean emerging ministry, new immigrant and emerging ministry, Middle East ministry, African new immigrant emerging ministry, and also have the cross-cultural ministry, multicultural congregational support, and also the racial ethnic leadership development, women's leadership development, and gender and racial justice department, and the young women's leadership development. That is all our office. We have lots office or doing this work. So now I'm introduce you my office, Asian Congregational Support. We have these 10 churches, Burmese, and also some Mizo, they're from India, from Mizoland, and Chinese, Cambodian, Filipino, Indonesia, Japanese, Laotian, Taiwanese, Thai, and Vietnamese. So we have 10 different background churches, and each church, they have their own caucus, but total we have the NAPC, National Asian Presbyterian Council. It will be one day before Big Ten. It will have the annual, triennial conference this year. So it's July 31st to August 1st. We will have the NAPC. Okay. Now I'm going to sharing some story. Right now, our office support the most is new immigrant from Burmese. Most of them are the refugee background. And this church in Atlanta, Columbia Presbyterian Church, they just serve all these the Burmese Mizo people as a Samaritan to them. So actually there is a film, but we don't have enough time to share. But I would like to let you know a lot of local church, they really want to serve. If we have any kind of need, we have new group, we can contact with them, or you can contact with me, and I can find the presbytery's resources to find a place for us to have our meeting. So our Asian also have some new immigrants. Most of them right now is Mizo and Burmese. They are refugee background. They have the health problem or struggle to survive. And some of them consider, oh, maybe we just go home, it's too hard for us or something. So we are doing this refugee background ministry. And the second part is just like Indonesian. A lot of people contact with me, they say, oh, they don't have document for their children's higher education will have problem, or they have the work or educational problem, or sometimes because they have a lot of different languages, so they only LA area, they told me they have 67 Indonesia churches. I was just so amazed by that. They told me about 3 months ago, and I found, wow, there's a lot of church, but actually we only have 2 Indonesia church under PCUSA. So we still have a lot of group we can contact and invite them into our big family. And number 3 is about the Chinese new immigrants. About a lot of them have the legal problem because they just coming from some special ways. Some church, they got new Chinese Christian, but they said, oh, you know, I want to share you a story. A church in San Marino, the pastor Huang told me, oh, I said, oh, how come your church have new baptized 67 members last year, but your total church member only 50 something? I said, why? He said, oh, because they are really searching for faith. But if there's some work opportunity somewhere, they just move. They just move away. But just a lot of newcomer, but a lot of people, they get the gospel, but they still leave. But they say, I said, oh, they just you know, just come by or something. They say, no, they are serious. They are really want to be Christian. But now the new place they go, there is no church. And he also showed me, here, see, here is the check. They also still send a check back to support our church. And he just shared with me. So he said, oh, I also send some our bulletin or some training material sent to them to learn by themselves, and they will contact with me. So there's a lot of new immigrants from Chinese, and they are really want to search for the faith. So if you have a new friend in your area, you can you know, encourage them to join us. If they want to establish a new group or something, we all can help. Just contact with me. And some other church, just like Cambodian, Laotian, or some Vietnamese church, they were here more than 20 years. So some of them, the younger generation, moved to big cities or leave the state where their parents live. So a lot of them lost in somewhere. So we cannot find them anywhere. We need everyone's help. And some other group, just like Filipino, Thai, or some Chinese church, they, you know, just like a Filipino church. Last time when I was in Austin, the church member, they told me, we work so hard, but our relative in Filipino, maybe they think we earn the money very easy. They ask us to send money to support them. So we need to support ourselves, but also need to save money to send back to our hometown. So they are really struggle on their everyday living, and also very care about their hometown. So the last group is some old Chinese church or Japanese church. They are already 4th generation or 5th generation. And some Taiwanese church, they are all here more than 30, 40, 50 years. They are getting old and kind of less energy and looking for newcomer or non-Christian or young people. But you know, the Taiwanese church asked me why the Chinese church or Japanese church can keep the 2nd generation, because our 2nd generation all gone. How they can keep them? So I asked the Japanese church. They said actually the same. The 2nd generation, they think we are American, so they all join the Caucasian church or something. But the 3rd generation, when they go to not only the church, in their school or something, a lot of people will ask, where you came from? He said, Texas or California. They said, oh, where you came from? They just wonder, because people still not looking them as a native, a real American. So the 3rd generation will start to searching for the identify for themselves. So they will come back to the church. Just like a lot of Korean church, the 3rd generation ask their parents, say, oh, some classmates, they are in Korean church. They learn Korean and something about Korean. So they ask their 2nd generation pastor to bring them back to Korean church. Just like that, Japanese church, some Chinese church, I mean the 2nd, 3rd generation, they will come back. So right now I will always just explain to Taiwanese church. I say, you must to keep the 2nd generation ministry, because you need to keep it for them to come back. If you say, oh, we just take care of the 1st generation, the 2nd generation, they just go to American church. But no, they will come back. Please prepare a space for them to come back. So last time a Korean pastor, he is the 2nd generation. He said, oh, last time the Olympic, oh, I'm go for U.S. team, and my children never go to Korea. They go Korean. How come? They say that is the youth, the youngest, they are searching for their own identify. So we can help them to, you are American, but you also have the heritage from your parents' home country. We can encourage them to learn more. So our church can provide this kind of service and this kind of environment to help. I think our Thai church, for last time I participated 40th anniversary in Covina. I found we are really doing a good job on our own heritage, and that is also a good way for us to recruit more our friends, relatives, come to our church as a big family. Okay, so I want to share with you, where I go to visit a lot of churches, and I found some churches, they are growing. The growing church has some kind of common factors, so I want to share with you. The first one, they have full of faith and kind of mission-oriented, and they support missionaries and share the missionary story. And second, some of them, they will find a new location to close to the younger generation family. And they provide English ministry for students and young adults. 3, maybe their chapel is old, but they will provide good facility and program for children. They not doing the whole remodel, but for the younger children's classroom, they remodel it into a good facility. They will attract the younger generation back. And fourth is they always will organize kind of small groups, Bible study or fellowship or choir or sports and activities for youth. And last time when I was in Sacramento, and in the Indonesia church, they said, oh, we don't know how we can do this younger generation's ministry. So I said, oh, I knew Indonesia, all of you are good singers. Why don't you just establish a youth choir, and you can invite all the classmates to come to join. And right now they already have a choir for the youth. And they said because they don't have enough money to transport, to travel all these younger people to their church. So they asked, and I support them for kind of gasoline fee to support their ministry. So they are happy and they are growing the youth in the church. So we can learn from the good leadership model from others. And just like your church serve the homeless or serve meals to the poor, there's also some common facts of the church growing. So some church, they are not growing is because they are waiting for who comes to help. Or they are thinking, waiting for a great leader to come to lead them. That is not a good way. So, they have not a lot of knowledge about something. So they use a lot of time to discuss or study their program. And just that a few people, they work so hard for years and almost burned down. And sometimes they, just so hard to come to a conclusion or make a plan to move on. So they are waiting for a great leader to show up. So leader phase to go for new actions. So I will call this kind of church that is knowledgeable but no action. So this church must change to the common factors church model. Then they have the new hope for their church to grow. Okay, so the turning point is right now while I'm concentrating to do the bridge for these church. I spread the growing church stories, the people where, who, and how to some churches. And between these resources and need, I build kind of networks. So last time I asked Taiwanese church to support a Burmese female pastor to participate training program or something like that. Encourage to build up the sister churches, and both of them can share the vision and resources. And I found our Thai church, we have very good, because Reverend Pachua almost know all the resources here, so he can ask all the church help to each other, encourage each other. Every annual conference is so good. So this time I said I must to come because last 2 years I lost my opportunity because I have the conflict, other training program and cannot come. And I really come to learn from you. And the last one is promote training program, a place of learning, fellowship, and networking. So we have a lot of program here. I just show you in here. Torch is our department's magazine. Each year, just two copy of them. And this time we have one page about our Asian Presbyterian ministry. You can take a look. And the program here I would like to introduce it is the end of this month, July 29 to 31st, we have the Asian Leadership Study Program just before Big Ten. So after the Big Ten, we also have a young adult network. So there are total 4 programs all in here. I hope you can also have some people come to join the program and get some good point from there. All right. The last picture I share with you, that is a church in Indianapolis, Southminster Presbyterian Church, because there is a Mizo group contact with me. They said, oh, we want to find a place to have our worship. So I just contact with the presbytery. And the presbytery asked the area, and there are 3 churches said, oh, we would like to host this church, but later the group, they choose this Southminster Presbyterian Church, and they gather in there. You know, so I encourage all these Caucasian church or some established churches to open the space to the people in need and share. And so I would like to share a small story. When I was in Seattle, and we have a small group, Taiwanese group people, they want to find a place to have their fellowship. I contact with the presbytery. Presbytery introduced Mercer Island Presbyterian Church for us. And their session, about 27 elders, asked our 3